Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. My name's Jamie. I'm an intuitive reader and spiritual seeker, and today I have a reading for the collective. And so I began by pulling an oracle card as well as an initial tarot card to see what spirit is wanting to bring up for the collective. To bring through some guidance around. And so with the Unfolding Path Tarot, we have the King of Wands. And then in the Shaman's Dream Oracle, we have the Crossing Initiation, number 54, which if you break it down, becomes a 9. So you're right on that threshold, right, of going over into the 1 energy. And so Spirit was bringing through the message that we are on that threshold, that we have been through so much and we may have felt somewhat lost. We may have felt overwhelmed. We may have wondered, where is this going? Where are we going? Why has this been happening? But we are being called to take that step, to realize we are at a threshold. And I do feel this step is us kind of breaking out of that initiation period, that we are then stepping into a more empowered state with that King of Wands. And this state is internal, and it is our inspiration. It is our creative energy, like feeling into the lower chakras, the root, the sacral center, the solar plexus, that those are amplified right now. And we are being called to find our alignment with those centers as we step into this state of being that's powerful, that's brave, right? The lion energy in this card, sitting in our throne and embodying inner authority. And I do feel there is a message around letting go of doubts and overcoming limiting beliefs, limitations that we feel that we have held on for ourselves for too long. That everything we've been through in this initiation, even if we didn't realize that it was an initiation, it's all been leading up to this point. And it's been like training us to release what isn't necessary. Like we've been working it up. I feel like there's been the shadow that's been coming up for us, and however that has been playing out in your life. If you've been facing some of these situations have been causing some of that internal shadow to work its way to the surface, and you've been having to work through that in some way. That is because it's been an initiation period. And as we step and cross over that threshold into, it's like a new timeline. If you want to see it that way, we are still actively choosing that. we can stand at that threshold for as long as we want to, or as long as we need to. But it feels like the moment we step into that portal, everything is shifted and transformed. It's transmuted. All that old energy becomes recycled into something new. So that's what is initially coming through for us as a collective energy. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. Okay, we have the Lovers. So this is highlighting for some of us that there is harmony to come from this time frame, from this energetic shift, that there is harmony to come and balance in our relationships with our partners. But this is also for me a card of our own duality. If you connect with the idea of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies, or whether you connect with it in the sense of yin and yang, that type of duality, that balance, that is the integration. You can think of the initiation as a sort of time of integration. Okay. We have the Devil. Okay. So we have 2 major arcana already at the start. So these are some, again, more massive, major concepts and energies that we are moving through. And again, the shadow that was coming up in the beginning from Spirit, and letting us know that there is a purpose to looking at the shadow, our shadows, our collective shadow even. That there is purpose in that. That it is foundational to that energy of the Lovers, right? To be in harmony, to be in balance, to be in a give and take within ourselves, within our relationships, at an individual level as well as a more collective level. When we are able to move energy through our systems, whether it's our body or whether it's more of a collective movement of energy, we aren't getting stuck, we aren't getting trapped. And the Devil, again, is representative of that shadow side and the limiting beliefs that can keep us chained, right? Within our own minds, within our own energy. And it can be tempting. I mean, with the Devil, it's tempting because it's somewhat easier, right? It's easier to stay in that state. We get comfortable because any change becomes scary because it's the unknowns. It's the fear of what ifs. What if I'm worse off? But we just had the Two of Cups come out. So again, there is duality. The energy of two, there is that connection, that love connection. I do feel there is this message about us recognizing our souls as the primary driver, as the source of what we are seeing play out in our lives. And there is that emphasis on how we are either coming from that recognition of us as souls, or are we coming from a more limited perspective with the Devil? Let's see, we have the Eight of Wands. So we have more of that fiery wand energy coming in. That there is accelerated movement as we shed, as we release. We begin to make new connections. I'm feeling something around our neurons firing. We make those internal connections at a biological level, but we also make those same sort of connections outside of ourselves, between us and others. This is where we're being called to take charge of our energy, of our states. And that with the Eight of Wands, instead of feeling like we are having to move through obstacles as we are on this path of initiation, we can ride the wave, right? It's like harnessing the energy of everything that's coming up and moving in our realm, right? Our reality, everything that we're seeing play out within our lives. If we can harness what's there and actually utilize it, like to fuel us, to inspire us to move in that direction. It's like going with the flow. One last card. Okay, I had two. I wanted to be two. Okay, so we had the Eight of Pentacles come out for us. And okay, so there's this energy of like fine-tuning, that all of that hard work, right? That focus, the energy that we've put into our development at a personal level, at an energetic level, in our skills and abilities, in that time of initiation, of integration, that's all leading to something bigger than ourselves. It's a reminder to keep coming back to that goal, to that sense of being called to this work, right? That it is worth it. And so to have that keep you going through the tough times where it can feel a little bit overwhelming, and that it's worth it with the Chariot. It is so worth it. There is a stepping up more into your own power, there's a sense of success and victory. And the work's not over with the Chariot, right? We still have to take that next step after we step into the portal. Yes, things have shifted and changed, but we still have to make the next move when the time is right. We're not done. We're just starting over at the one energy, right? Going again from 9 to 1. And of course, here we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so there is that one energy that we are coming back to. And this is an emotional level. I mean, we also got the Two of Cups, right? But we have to allow that initial Ace energy for ourselves. We have to fill ourselves up with what it is that soothes our soul so that we can be that soul for another person to make that connection. It feels like there's then foundation, there's that ability to give and take. Again, I'm feeling that energy of, are you able to meet that energy of the other person, their needs, their desires, their state as far as where they are on their path. We are being called to come back to ourselves, and then there's reciprocity, there's balance, right? Things start to click and work together when we are doing our inner work. It's not something that we have to look outside of ourselves to find some sort of solution for what we've been through. What we've been through is the solution, really. And so Spirit's reminding us to recognize our power and our ability to create as a soul, to connect at a soul level with others, and to allow that to drive us forward. Okay? And then we are a shining example for others, a safe and secure example, for we are at ease within ourselves. We can encourage that in others. So this is a call as people, as souls on this planet, to bring more light and love into the picture, right? I hope that this reading was helpful to you. I appreciate you being here. If you want to see more from me, then please subscribe. I would love to have you here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time.